Yes, people. Yes, people. We are back. We are back. Welcome to a first of many on the show. Welcome to we're gonna call this we're gonna call this the Arsenal. We're gonna call this the Arsenal Roundup, people. Yeah, this is just gonna be the Arsenal news show I do for when shit comes out about the club, which we got a lot to talk about today. So we're gonna dive into that while we can. Meanwhile, hope all y'all doing well. Hope everyone is. Let me actually turn it up. Hope everyone's doing well. Make sure you drop a like when you come in straight away. Anyone who comes in and watches the video, appreciate it all. But I'm not gonna lie. Listen, with this club, bro, everything that goes on, this shit, everyone knows, bro. This club is a massive headache, and it's a migraine that keeps getting worse. But, however, we do got some good. We actually are gonna start off on a high today, guys. We are gonna start off on a high today. So let's just get this pulled up now. Bear with me, you man, real quick. So we got our first big sensational piece of news, guys. Our first sensational piece of news. Yes, it's been coming. We've been waiting for it, but it is finally here, people. Yes, it is. It is here now. Awesome. We are delighted to announce. Awesome tweeted this out. They tweeted this out yesterday. I didn't tweet. Yeah. They tweeted this out Sunday. They tweeted this out Sunday morning. We are delighted to announce that Andrea Berta is joining the club as sporting director. Obviously, we know he's coming in. This is Edu's official replacement after he left the club for the Greeks in January. Was it in January? He leave earlier than that. Who gives a shit, bro? I mean, gives a shit that nigga gone. He's gone, man. But Andrea Berta is finally here. He's finally joined the club officially now. You can see him there with garlic parm right there. Garlic parm. God damn, yo, his nose is weird, bro. His nose is mad. Garlic's nose is crazy. But now, I think they did put an official. And they did put an official piece. Yeah, they did here. We're just gonna go through this real quick. Just bear with. Make it smaller so the whole thing can fit on the screen. That is too small. Good lord. All right, here we go. We are delighted to we are hold on, let's see here. We are delighted to announce that we are delighted to announce Andrea is joining the club as sporting director. Andrea is a hugely respected figure in football and brings with him a wealth of knowledge and experience. He has worked in technical roles for Italians with Italian side. What's that say? Carpenedolo. Excuse my Italian, my bad. Carpenedolo, Parma, Genoa, and most recently for Atletico Madrid. He spent almost hold on, let me actually get that up here. He spent almost 12 years. He spent almost 12 years with Atleti and played a major role in shaping the squads that won La Liga titles in 2014, and 2020-21, and winning the Europa League in 2018, which they knocked us out on the way. Cheeky bastards. They also won the Copa del Rey, the Super Cup, the Copa de España during his time as well at the club. So because he's basically, I swear he's been there basically he's basically been there the whole Simeone era. So with him being there since that time, it's like he's literally built there. That the whole all the Atletico winning teams, the teams that got to them teams that, like I said, they won the league twice. Teams that got to both the teams that got to the Champions League final. He's built all those teams, bro, and he's built in different eras. Like he was there. He was at the club when they won the league with, when he won the league with Falcao. Diego was in there. I don't know. You guys remember Diego when Courtois was a kid, and then they had that other team that went, and then obviously they won in 2020 in lockdown when they had Suarez. They won the league the season after they let Griezmann go Barca. After that's another thing about Berta, by the way. The guy's ability to when you go through and look at the guy's like sales and like his buys, bro, I think he's like in a positive spend, bro. It's ridiculous. And this guy's been in the game for a long time. He's just about like they said, like it says, bro. He spent time with like 5 clubs in total. He spent only the last 12 years with Atleti, so God knows what this guy can do. And this guy, one thing we need about Berta, you guys. Oh my God, this is the most important bit. The most important bit about Berta, you know, is that this guy cannot come in and be the yes man. Like that is the biggest thing for me, is that he cannot come in and be like the way Edu and Arteta were. They were too buddy for me. Like I feel I need this guy to, when the summer rolls around and Arteta's like, I want this player, I want X, I want ABC, yeah. I want Berta to be in the position where it's like, nah, fuck ABC, bro. We're gonna go out and get XYZ instead. That is what I want him to do, because I feel like the boardroom specifically, a lot. I feel like there's a lot of ego massaging in there in that club. There's a lot of ego massaging in those meetings, bro. Between the manager, Garlic, Edu, and what's it called? Vinay, when he was there, he was probably joining in the ass licking as well. But that's the biggest thing for me, bro. That's the biggest thing for me, is that we need someone in that boardroom. Not only someone who's respected, because people don't respect Edu as a player, let alone in directing rooms, bro. And I don't think people also realize how vital it is that we got like a name as a sporting director, because when you go back, I was listening to interviews of players. When you listen to interviews of players, like not only is it important about the manager, but the amount of times you hear players talk about when they joined clubs and they'd be like, I talked to the sporting director. What's it called? Me and the sporting director are close. I known him from when I was at this club and he was here. Now he's here, and now like he's called me up and like, I want you to come to so and so. Like there's so many instances, like the sporting director plays a big part. Not only is it like the manager, bro. Like some people think the sporting director is just there to like he's just part of like the team that negotiates deals. Nah, bro. He needs to also go out there and find gems. He needs to go out there and find, like, the way he grabbed he brought he brought Kunitz from the Bundesliga to Atletico. This guy brought in what is it? Jota. He brought in Jota. I think he even signed Raul Jimenez as well. But like the way he picked up mainly like those two, the ability to spot those kind of talents, he needs to be able to bring those into the club as well. But in terms of what Berta has said himself, Berta says himself, I'm thrilled to be joining Arsenal, what is in such an exciting period for the club. I've watched with great interest in the way Arsenal have evolved in recent years, and I've admired the hard work that has gone into reestablishing the club as a major force in European football, as a passionate as passionate following around the world. This club has great values and a rich history, and I'm looking forward to playing my part in shaping a successful future with the team. I cannot wait to get started in my new role, and I'm really looking forward to experiencing my first game at the Emirates as well, together with our supporters. And something I didn't expect to see, I don't know about you, man, but Josh Kroenke has put even a little statement in here. And he says, anyone who knows football knows Andrea is an impressive figure. He has vast knowledge of the game, a great track record, a strong network, and an insatiable desire to build winning teams. That's definitely not how you say it. Andre will be a great addition to our club. He understands our values and what we stand for. We have no doubt he will push us and take the next steps in our bid to win major trophies. By the way, remember that line. That's the biggest takeaway for me. The fact that it's come out of Josh Kroenke. It's not coming. We haven't seen it. This is not like an interview, but he's according to the statement the club has put out. Their bid in our bid to win major trophies. I may just clip this, so I don't forget this. Right here, this is the biggest thing for me. We're gonna find out if Berta really is part of that. We're gonna see, because we have not been able to get over the line in the last 3 years. So making that step, I do think Berta can massively help us with that, and we're gonna see why when we get into the other topics today. But this guy is definitely a level raiser in the boardroom, and it's something we've 100% needed for so long. Because, respectfully, at one point in time, there was a point where Edu and all, like, it was very obviously known that Edu and Arteta were the main two when it came to the recruitment. Like back when we were, like before we started challenging for the titles. When you hear that, you're listening to like then you go into the transfer window. People aren't respecting these guys. Like they're not respecting these guys like in the game, because Edu is because Arteta is a rookie manager straight up, and Edu hasn't done anything at the sporting director level. So how are we expecting these guys to come into the club and expect us to take us all the way to the promised land, which is where we need to go? But what's it called? They did their whole little top four progression thing. Now here we are, bro. We're now just finishing second, not winning no trophies. So life sucks, but it's what it's. Hey, but half of the fan base, you guys are happy with this. So you guys are happy with this. I only hold Arteta to his words because after Everton at the end of the day, at the end of the season last year, that guy told me and them 60,000 fuckers in that stadium. He said, "Don't be satisfied with second." I couldn't see more people satisfied with second this year because of the injuries and the here's the man unprecedented circumstances. Get out of here, man! What absolute joke, bro! Oh my god. What's it called? The rest of Conky's statement is like, Andrea will be a great addition to our club. He understands our values and what we stand for. We have no doubt he will push us on to the next step with major trophies. We undertook a thorough recruitment process and we were hugely impressed with the level of all the other candidates. That's absolute bullshit. But it was Andrea's experience and success that hasn't and the success he has enjoyed has stood out. We are really looking forward to working together and welcoming him to the Arsenal family, guys. Let's get the big family photo up on the wall. Get out of here, man. Okay, so in terms of Berta, that's the first big piece of news we got. Andrea Berta, welcome to Arsenal. We finally none of this Paella brothers. Yeah, we got an Italian in the room now. Yeah, we got some agnolotti, al dente pasta finally. No more of Edu's burnt chicken, raw fish, what's it called, overcooked beef. Get that shit out of here, man. Bring me my spagable Andrea Berta. Welcome to Arsenal, baby. Welcome, my brother. Welcome now, man. Oh my god, what a guy. What an absolute guy. Look at him, bro. He just looks like he means business. He kind of looks like a mafia man. I'm not gonna lie. How even old is this guy? How old is Berta? Oh my god. Why did I open it? So let's have a look. How old is this guy real quick? How old is this guy? He's only 50. He's only 53. How old was Edu? I knew no way Edu was even 50, blood. Only yeah, nah. This guy's a fucking look at this absolute scrub, bro. Absolute scrub. So Berta, welcome to Arsenal. My Italian mafia man, sporting director. Oh, I just realized I put the whole thing over the screen. That's my bad. But what's it called? Welcome Berta, my mafia man in the boardroom. Welcome. Inshallah, you have your freedom, and then hopefully next season, if this Arteta guy is not getting over the line again, your sack is bomba. I've had enough, bro. All right, now we're gonna move on to next piece of the next piece of news today. Next piece of news we got up here is gonna be one that also fans have been waiting for, me included, for a long time. It was seen earlier today. Well, not earlier today. It was put out. I think it was actually put out last week that the guy was back. But we now know for sure now that big boy Bukayo Saka is back for Arsenal in training this week. As you can see it here, you can see him here in the training pictures now. And we're gonna get more into should he start, should he not start. The Real Madrid tie, him playing is its own discussion, let alone because there's been discussions if he's been come back early, he's being he's being rushed back. There's been talks that I've even seen people say where they don't want to see him until next season. And for me, if the season was completely like dead and dusted, like no fucking hope at all, like we were out of every competition, if we were out of every competition, everything, cool, I would 100% get it because season's over. Like there's nothing else we're not playing for anything else. So like I don't know how else you can look at it and be like your best player's been out for your best player's had a horrible hamstring injury. Your best player's had a horrible hamstring injury, and you freaking don't let him. And then what's it called? You rush him back and play him for the rest of the season when you have nothing to win. Nah, I wouldn't do that. But for me, in the actual situation, what we got is that we got Real Madrid in 2 weeks time. Oh no, it's not 2 weeks time. It's not the international break, broski. Oh my god, We got one. We play Real Madrid not this week. We play them next week. We got them next week. We got 2 games before that. We got Everton. We got Fulham tomorrow. We got early kickoff Goodison on Sunday. So he's got that's 180 minutes before the Real Madrid game. And people say, should you play him? Should you not? For me, this guy should not touch the starting 11 at minimum before Real Madrid, bro. These next 2 games, he has to be on the bench for me, bro. He has to be on the bench. And that the good thing and what I love about this is that now I know that because Ethan is going to continue getting his spotlight. So he's definitely probably going to start the weekend because we haven't even seen him for a while. Like Arteta's taking him out the firing line recently. Like, I don't think he's played since Man United. I'm pretty sure he's not played since Man United if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, for me, this guy needs to sit on the bench, be nowhere near the starting 11, bro. Start Ethan, so Martinelli on the right. Anyone, bro. Literally, this guy cannot touch it, bro, because he's played even before. This guy, like, no right winger bought in the last few years. No cover for him at all. It's all been makeshift. Yeah, whether if that's Nelson playing there when he was here, Martinelli went out there a couple times. Jesus went out there. Trossard's played out there on the right. He's done everything but buy a right winger cover, and I never understood why. Because Saka's been in the team now he's been in the team since lockdown. You look at it. He's literally gone from playing left back. He's played left back, midfield. He's played right wing. He's played right wing every starting right wing since 2020. That's probably 2021. So he's played that, and he's had that right wing spot to him for the last 4 seasons now. He's not had a single. Not only is it unhealthy because yes, obviously he's his best player now, but still Arteta was going on about players play the best players play. That's 70, 60 games a year. Yeah, but they don't do it. They don't do it year in, year out. They don't play 60. I guarantee you, there's no player that plays 50 games a season for 3 straight years. That's not normal. You're bound to get injured at some point. Your body's bound to break. And that's exactly what's happened to Saka now. He's 23. I've heard people say this could start an injury hit career for him. And people say he'll his body will just start to break down more and more. And I don't think people take into factors they don't take into factors people heal differently. When I see people compare this to other injuries, I'm like, sports science has what's it called? The doctor's medicine has only improved year on year. So all these players that come back from injury. I'm not even talking about Saka at this point. I'm talking about all players in sports. All these players come back from injury way quicker than they were 10, 15, 20 years ago because of how much medicine has improved and how much it consistently improves. So with that, because I remember people when Saka first got injured in December, people were talking about at least they had this injury. He was out for bare time. And then I did my research on it. I seen the injury he had. The guy was out for 2.5 months. He came back against who did he come back against, bro? Who the fuck was it, man? He came back against shit, who was it? Man City, that's what it was. He came back against Man City when they played them at home last year. And then the week after, they went to Anfield and he started and they won. Obviously, he didn't play the full 90, cool. And that's another thing as well. Not only is Saka got to be on the bench for these next 2 games, he shouldn't be completing a 90 minutes for a long time. This guy should 100% be, when he's either got to be on the bench or when he starts, you got to take him off after an hour. And I've already seen, I'm not gonna lie, while he was injured, I've been going through the minutes that he was playing, in certain games. Oh my good God, how this guy was not taken off at moments. When there are games 4-1 up, 5, what's it called? 5-0 up, 3-0 up at games against horrible opposition. This guy plays 80, 85, 90, 79. Saka getting taken off at 75 minutes was a rare thing to see. This guy plays about 80 minutes plays about 80 minutes a game. It's ridiculous. So him being rushed back, I don't think he's being rushed back. And when I hear people say, Saka shouldn't play for Real Madrid, leave him out for the season, I'm like, I don't know how you can actually say that. That's actually an absolute crime in my eyes, in my opinion. I don't know how you can't play your best player. Even I know he's back. He's obviously not going to be at his tip top best, cool, but he's still our best player. He's still a threat. we could still we got a better chance of going through with him in the game, with him available. And it's very clear now that he's gonna be available for that game because people talking about him. There's people talking about him being on the bench tomorrow and everything. And I'm like, if he's gonna be back on the bench for Fulham, he's 100% gonna be there for Madrid. So how are people gonna say you can't play him? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know how you could just be like, yeah, man, just leave Saka on the bench, bro. Martinelli, Trossard on the wings. We got that, man. We're playing Real Madrid. Get out of here, bro. How can you you can't put this guy on the bench for me. He absolutely has to play, bro. You can't let this guy just not. This guy cannot sit on the bench. Like, if it's say it's like 1-1, you go to the Bernabeu. But, oh, guys, we're not going to play Saka at all. You sit there. He's there sitting there on the bench. It's 1-1. We lose the game 1-0 like we did Bayern last year. Oh, hey, guys, but Bukayo Saka didn't play. So, Bukayo Saka didn't play after going through months of rehab and on the pitch training. But now, guys, it's cool because he doesn't need to play for the season. Get out of here. Absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. I don't know how you people can even think that. Like, I hear that. Like, I hear that, and I'm like, do you guys want also to even, like, win the Champions League? Like, do you guys even want us to have a chance? Like, we never won this competition. We never won this competition in our history. How can we just not want to win it, bro? But that, not only that, but, like, even, because I'm like, if we were still in a title race, this is another reason why it doesn't make any sense to me. If we were still in the title race at this point in the season, would you be saying Saka, you can go rest up for the rest of the year? Like, no, you would not. So why does it change now? Why does it change now? Yes, I get we're out of the title race now, but like that has nothing to do with. But like we're still in the Champions League. That's the difference. That's why I said for the Premier League games at this point, I would bring him back in very slowly because he doesn't need to play. Like, I mean, obviously make sure you don't fall out like the top 4 if you're not looking at the title. But like, we can get that. We've been playing without him since December, and like, yeah, we had slips, but like we're still in second. We haven't dropped down to like. We haven't dropped position at all. Like, we've not been in third. We've not been third at all. He was in second. We were second when he got injured. We're still second when he's come back. So, like, it's very obvious, like, falling out of the top 4 is not going to be a problem. So, like, in terms of the Premier League games, I would not let this guy play at all. I would only play him in the Champions League until we get knocked out. Once he gets knocked out, go have your holiday, bro. Go have your holiday. Go do everything. You don't need to come back. Because he won't need to come back for anything. Because it's not like we got a Premier League or a Champion. Because we won't have a Premier League or a Champions League to win at that point. Now, speaking of winning the champs, winning the Prem, not only did Berta get announced on Sunday. Yeah, on Sunday. Another man by the name, what's it called? Well, not another man, but I mean, this guy is a man. One man who can help us in that regard is one man by the name of, I'll tell you what, Swedish strike. I'll tell you what, he's a bagsman. He's a bagsman. He can hold up the play, scores goals like a motherfucker, and he's from Sweden. Yes, guys. I am talking about Victor Gyökeres. You motherfuckers thought I was talking about Isak. Nope. As much as I would love Isak at this club, bro. Me and him are literally from the same fucking country. It is literal. I thought it was lined up. But listen, I'll take either Swede. I just want a Swedish striker, bro. Give me either one of these Swedish strikers. I'm happy. I'll be happy this summer in terms of signing and in terms of the striker, position. You give me either one of these, that thing is solved because the age is near the same, and the age is near the same. They're both bagsmen in their own right. They're not the same kind of players because obviously everyone goes Isak is similar to Henry. He's got 14 on his back. All this. Gyökeres is more of like, I would say like he's like what I would call like a bulldozer striker. Like he wants to like he's way like a lot more physical. Like he can hold up the ball better. Absolute bagsman as well. Like I seen this the stat I seen the other day. Good, oh my good lord. Hold on, let me just find this real quick. It was like his goal record. His goal record for Sporting is absolute nuts, bro. Just about to pull this up for you guys so you guys can get an idea of like what we're linked to. Like, because people say, oh yeah, Farmers League this, Farmers League that. And yes, that is true. That absolutely is true. But like I'm looking at his here are his stats for look at his stats for the season, guys. Look at this, bro. Look at his stats for this season. 30 goals. He's got 30 goals. Got 30 goals in 20. He's got 30 goals in 24 games. He's got 30 goals in 20. Oh, where are his stats for last? Where are his stats for the season, bro? Hold on. No, why can't I find this? Where are his stats from this season? Well, let's go to season. Let's just see. This is look at his look. This is his league record. God knows what else the other stats are on here. But look at that: 26 goals this season. 26 games this season. He's got 30 goals. Last season he had 33 games. He had 29 goals in 33 games, and he won the league as well. In the Champions League this year, Sporting went out in the fucking group stage. By the way, they didn't make it to the. They didn't even make it to. I don't think they made it to the. Did they make it to the preliminary? Did they make it to the qualifying round? I don't think they did. Hold on, let me just check again. I'm pretty sure they only made it to the group stage, bro. Can I put UC on here? God damn it. I'm pretty sure Sporting went out in the group, bro. They did not make it. There's no way. Oh, look here. Okay, they just about made it, but they didn't. They what's it called? I'm pretty sure they went out in that round. I'm pretty sure they went out in that round, if I'm not wrong. When did they go out? They went out to. They went out to Okay, yeah, they went. So they lost to Okay, so they lost to. Okay, so they lost to Dortmund in the Champions League. That's who they lost to. So they went out then. But Gyökeres, even despite that, so he played two. He played two of those games, and he scored. He's got 8. He got 6 goals in 8. He's got 6 goals in 8 games. So when you take those, so League and Champions League alone, he's got 36 goals this season. You think our whole front line? I guarantee you, our front line put together this year has only got 36 goals. I promise you that. This guy, literally, these are the players that make the difference. I do not know. What do they always say about title-winning teams, bro? Title-winning teams, you have to have a good goal. You have to have one of the best goalkeepers in the league, and you have to have one of the best strikers in the league. We do not have that striker up front. So when people say, "Oh, Arteta got us to this and that," imagine if he had bought a striker in that time. The guy signed more goalkeepers than he has forwards since he's been here. He's been here for half a decade now. You've been here for half a decade. You signed more goalkeepers than strikers. This is also a football club. Are you guys serious? Like, I gotta check my shoulder, bro. Like, is this my club? I don't look this way because the badge is up there. But like, is this my club, bro? My club is not, bro. Do you know what strikers we've had at this club over the years? Even when we were shit, bro. Van Persie, even what's it called? Eduardo, his season. Aubameyang, Lacazette, going back. So but before Van Persie, Adebayor, Henry when he played up front, Kanu, Wiltord, Anelka. Oh my God, those are the players who played. Those are the strikers who have played for this club in only the last like 30-something years, bro. And now I got Kai Havertz up front. You expect me to think that after seeing the strikers that play for this club? I've seen goal scorers play for this team, bro. Even when we didn't win nothing. Yeah. I've seen people. I've seen strikers who can bag. Yeah, I can see strikers who can score. What's it called? Havertz, this guy is not one of them. He is not clinical, bro. The guy was bought as a midfielder and he got moved up front because he was playing like shit. Like, whether you like it or not, it's the truth. So I don't know how else to really put it for you guys. Like, to be honest, like, this guy is going. If we sign either one of them Swedish strikers, bro, we are already back. We are in the conversation to win the league again, or that next season off of that alone, because we've seen what we can do without a striker. So yes, we do have new holes now, but people will look at what we've done over the last those 2 title winning seasons, because we still have majority of that team. We still have the core, obviously, unless like some freak transfers happen. But we keep the core of the team that's been here for those two title challenging seasons. You add, I've just shown you his stats. 36 goals in the league and the Champions League this season alone. I'm pretty sure last season he had 40 or something. I wouldn't be surprised. What's it called? So what, in the league Champions League you got 36. You're telling me he probably is on foot back to. He's got back-to-back 40 goal seasons. He's probably got 40 goals now. He's definitely probably got 40 goals now, and he got 40 last year. So you're telling me you add a back-to-back 40-goal season striker to this Arsenal team? You're telling me we're not straight in the conversation for winning the league? This Liverpool team that are gonna pump us to the title this year, we finished above them the last 2 years. They ain't beat us in that time either. We being finished above them the last 2 years. They ain't beat us in them years either. So you take that and you give Arsenal the X factor. And by the way, when you have someone like Gyökeres as well, it can cover up your holes because he can single because he will win you games by him. He can win you games like that because that is what these X factor strikers can do. When you score that many goals, you make the difference. You can turn a meaty performance, you can turn a meaty team performance where you would probably draw the game into a win. And in title races against, especially because if anyone thinks Man City are gonna be as trash in last season, trash next season as they were this season, you need to give your head a little wobble and really wake up and think about what's about to come because Man City are gonna do everything they can. Look what they did in January, bro. It's been like 200 fucking million. It's been 200 million in January. Like, Man City are the only club that do that. So imagine what they finna do in the summer. They finna spend money, bro. Liverpool, God knows what happens with their players, bro. It really comes down to what happens to because Trent's already fucked off. So Trent's already dead and gone, dead and gone. Trent's already left. Van Dijk, there's links about him going to PSG. Salah, the guys said multiple times, this is my last season at the club because they ain't offered him a deal. And what's it called? Salah is his, like their top earner, and let's be honest. Like I've seen I've seen the guy's wages. If it's money, I'm low key, if it's money, if he wants to stay at Liverpool, but he just wants like more money to earn it, I don't see how they give him more money, bro. Because like probably in the board's eyes, they probably already seen as like they probably see the amount of money they've given him already is like, whoa, we've given him this much bread. How can the hell do you want more? That is the only way I can see that Salah. That's the only way I can see that like Salah leaves or something, or they got to come to some sort of agreement. But yeah, if that's not so. Gyökeres signing for Arsenal is a massive thing that needs to happen. Not only Gyökeres specifically, a striker of Gyökeres's goal scoring output needs to come to this football club. Whether it's him, Isak, don't bring me Sesko. That guy is useless, bro. You're still at Leipzig for a reason, bro. You've been linked to big clubs for like 2-3 years now. So, and we're not in a position where we can get someone who can like develop now, brother. Now, brother. I need that now. I need it now. Simple as we need a ready now striker, bro. We need a ready now striker. When Nicolas Anelka came to Arsenal, bro, he bagged and won. He came in first season, won the league. Yeah. Then second season, he popped off again. We should have won the league again, and then he left. We need someone to come in with that kind of impact. Coming straight away, title. You need to have that level of impact because, bro, did Anelka need time to develop? The guy came in straight away. Also top goal scorer. And he was an absolute, and what's it called? He was Anelka when he was a kid. You bring in a striker who can bag, you can fire yourself up the league, bro. And the way this Arsenal team have performed, you add someone with Gyökeres' goal numbers, because even when you watch us play, there's no one ever in the 6-yard box. Ever. No one. The amount of balls I just see roll across the penalty area, no one's there tapping in, ever. Because Havertz is always either just about arriving in the box, or he's out, or he's not even in it because he was too busy fucking winning headers and winning his duels. Get out of here, striker winning duels, man. Literally, Havertz is a striker that does more tackles and does more throw-ins than he does score. That's when I really lost it with that guy. I'm not gonna lie. Once I seen him taking throw-ins, I was like, why is my striker taking throw-ins, bro? You're done, bro. You ain't no number 9, bro. You can't play for my club. Nah, you're finished. Absolutely finished, bro. Now, just to no, those were the main 3 topics today, but we're just gonna wrap it up with Arteta's press conference because he did that today. Because we obviously do have. Now we're gonna talk about Fulham because we obviously do have Fulham tomorrow, and we know what Fulham does to this team. We know how Fulham gives this team the shits, they make them shit the bricks. Them shit the bricks really bad. Where's his press conference, bro? Here it is. All right. This is gonna be the last thing we do before we wrap up. We wrap up today. Where is this? Here. Boom. All right. So Arteta's press conference. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I've read some of this. I've read some of this. Guys. Obviously, a lot of it is gonna be about Saka. You can already see like they're already asking about him here. So what's it called? Let's get started with this. So the first question. So they asked him. He is back into. Yeah, no one cares, bro. Oh, he's back. Here's what he had to say. So on being back after the international break, I'm assuming they just asked him how he did. They said we had a good time to reflect and reset ourselves and put ourselves in a really good position to go for the most exciting part of the season. Jesus Christ. Yo, one thing about this Arteta guy, not only is he a pathological liar, he loves likes overgassing stuff a lot. Like we're putting ourselves in a really good position to go for the most exciting part of the season. Like it's not a fucking like why is this nigga telling fables, bro? This is like go do Disney, bro. On if now this is the one that I seen if Bukayo Saka is available. So they said he is ready to go. That tells me that he's 100% gonna be on the bench. But I already said it, as you guys know, he should not be nowhere near starting this game. He should not be starting this game 2 months after a hamstring injury. And it would just continue to prove it would continue to prove the truth that people love to ignore about Arteta and how he does not know how to manage his squad properly. Because if he had a fucking brain, while Saka is working his way back, he'll play Ethan, and then he'll bring Saka on for the last 30 minutes, because he never plays Ethan for 90 minutes anyway. Oh, God. But we know what this guy's going to do. Like, if he starts tomorrow, I'll be like, yeah, that's classic Arteta, bro. Can't do nothing without him. On how carefully we have to manage his limits. Well, all the careful things he's already done. So now it's about putting him in the grass in the right moments. But he's pushing because he really wants it. We have respected the time frame. We have done everything we have to hold him back. We have done everything and we have to hold him back even so he's ready to go. And he's saying, if he could start, yes, that should not be happening. Oh my God, if I see Saka start tomorrow, bro, I'm gonna have this guy's head on a stick, man. Oh my God, this guy cannot play, bro. If Saka starts tomorrow, the career. Oh good Lord, Jesus. On how much Jesus Christ they asking him? All they want to do is ask about Saka, bro. On how much of an impact he can have. It's another massive weapon that we have with him. We know the impact that he's had on the team and how important his role and contribution are to our success. So it's good. So it's great to have him back. I'm sure it is. I mean, it is good to have him back. But what's it called? Please, just Arteta, bro. Please manage this guy's minutes right, man. I swear to God, if you break this brother down, like if he turns Saka into a black Weetabix, bro, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind with this guy. So obviously another thing that did happen, I did see things about Timber not being in the international squad, but Calafiori definitely did get injured. I think got injured against Germany, some little bozo injury. This brother like bent his knee and banged his head in the turf. Mad. But what's it called? So on Calafiori and Timber, Calafiori unfortunately picked up an injury again. Yo, this guy may be the Italian Weetabix, bro. My goodness, this guy's like pasta that can't cook. You just snap it. Picked up an injury again with the national team. It was really unfortunate the way it happened, but it could have been much worse. So hopefully it's going to be a matter. So it's gonna be a matter of weeks. Fuck it. Oh, bro, out for weeks again. But we'll have to see how that injury evolves. It's not, this nigga says evolve, bro. Talk about evolving injuries. Like my Squirtle evolves, my Charmander evolves, bro. Not fucking knee injuries or I don't even know what kind of injury he picked up. But I just seen he done some madness. Yeah, so yeah, Timber was ill. Urian was ill for a long period, quite badly. Oh God. Well, he's felt much better in the last few days, so he's good. Okay, so he's overcome his illness. That's good to hear. But Calafiori looks like he's gonna be out for another period of time. So that's another couple weeks out for him. Just to add to his injury list. Yo, I'll tell you this about Calafiori. If this brother does not, the reason I'm giving him a pass this year is because not only is it his first year in the league, he's 22 years old. But if this guy's injury record doesn't improve along with his defending, you go straight back to Bologna, boy. I'll ship you off in a pizza box, brother. Nah, ha ha ha. I'll ship him off in a pizza box myself if that's defending and his fucking injuries don't improve. If this guy if Bologna scam us again for another injury-prone defender, I'm going to lose it, bro. We're getting scammed by Bologna FC. Oh my god. And then last thing they add, this is last thing. The last thing this is on top page. On the appointment of Berta as sporting director, I think it's a big addition to the club, a big addition to the team, a team that is already formed with a lot of great people. Garlic Parm, as well as I'm sorry, the fact that I've seen wait, what? King. James King. The fact that I've seen James and King in the same sentence and you're not LeBron, disgrace, bro. The fact that fucking James and King could be here is ridiculous. I don't even know who this James King guy is, bro. The only James and King I know is LeBron King James, man. And then Jason Ado with a lot of people at the club doing such good work. So it's about building that chemistry, and I believe Josh has been involved in that process as well. So we're very excited to have him. We already spoke about Berta. We know how much he can, what he can do for Arsenal in the future. And if if he's given the reins to do what he's done over the last 12 years, I have no doubt that our transfer activity will 100% improve. On how he can help. Okay, so we're gonna continue with the Berta questions on how he can help us in the window. Straight away, the words that come out are always winning, improving, and demanding. And he is a person very honest, very straightforward, with a clear vision of what he wants to do. He was willing to join us, which is a very positive thing, as well as because he had many other possibilities and he has chosen to come to us. Now it's about giving him the support and the understanding of the situation and context straight away. This guy and his fucking fables, my fucking god, bro. And for him to start to do what he already has done for many years at the highest level, which has been very impressive. Okay, we're back to talking about calamari injuries. There are two injuries that were picked up with the national team. One, it was a kick, and the other was a really bad turn, a twist as he slipped. And then that was the one where he banged his head like a bozo. And the other one, it was a muscle. So it was three then. This guy said there were two injuries and it's three. See, this guy even lies when he's speaking, bro. Brother said there's two injuries and he talks about a kick, a twist, and a muscle. But he says the two main injuries that he had, was very little so he could do. What are you talking about, bro? Is it on if it's dangerous to play Fulham after their FA Cup defeat? Yo, they got absolutely smoked by Palace, by the way. When you're in you're scoring against your team, oh good lord. Bro, I can't. Not Eddie Nketiah. If Eddie Nketiah is scoring against your team and I can't beat you, we're cooked, man. We're absolutely fried. Absolutely cooked beyond belief, bro. So, I don't know. It's a really tough opposition. It's very well coached. Tough opposition that is very well coached. Where does it say that? Oh my god, yo, bear with me with the reading, bro. You might know I know. I don't read like that. Together years, they have great organization, a lot of individual quality, and a very clear identity how they play. How they want to approach games, especially against us. Yeah, you fucking ain't right about it, especially against us. You can't. Oh my god. Oh good lord, man. So expectation to beat him tomorrow in my ass. ESR coming back to the Emirates. Oh, I miss ESR, man. Another player I'll shouldn't have sold, but you know, what's it called? This guy walks around like his shit don't stink, so you know, it is what it is. That's life at Arteta Football Club. How good Emil Smith Rowe can be. Yeah, they even ask about him coming back. Exceptional. He's got all the attributes to become a top footballer, and that consistency, especially with us, he was unable to maintain. Yeah, because you fucking stopped fucking playing him after he saved your job, you dick. He was unable to maintain, especially in that period that he had injuries. He was fit for the last 18 months he was here. But he has tremendous quality. What he took from our 1-1 draw in December. What I took from that game is that we were 4-play FC with absolute no penetration, bro. It's like being the king with the tongue and you have a limp dick. Like, okay, you're good at that, but what about your actual job, blood? Now we have a lot of dominance and quite a lot of chances, both in open play and set pieces. But they were very clinical on what they do. The first chance, especially when we were on top of the game, they managed to score. They sit back, reduce the spaces, and a team that is well organized. Yeah, just playing Fulham, bro. This guy can't crack it. This guy is not being able to crack it against Fulham. especially in the last couple years. On if Miles Lewis, okay, let talk about Miles Lewis Skilly. Is there anything about the actual game, bro? I'm not here to just read player prop. Like, what's it called? How long is this, bro? Good lord. Anything else? Let's actually read about the game because we already done like the. I am here. This could be a whole fucking stream. My goodness. No wonder fucking Gunner does these to the whole fucking stream, bro. I don't even understand, man. Anything else about the game? Talking about Saka's mindset. Odegaard brings the team. I could not care less, bro. On why he's been the captain for 2 years. Because we believe he's the right role model for the club and for the team. Oh my god, bro. This guy just told me the Arsenal captaincy role is to be a fucking good little fucking boy. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, bro. This is the fucking problem, yeah. I had no problem with Odegaard being captain, bro. Because especially in the last 2 years. But in bits of last season, in those big games, i.e. Bayern Munich, both legs, he was good for one half. He was good for the first half of the first game, in the first leg. The rest of the game, guy was a ghost. So the fact that, and especially when you look at the people who have been captain for this club, bro. Patrick Vieira, even, you got Patrick Vieira, Tony Adams, these guys, like, oh my god, man. We've had some unreal captains. Even Henry when he had the armband, bro, led by example. That's the GOAT. That's the Prem GOAT right there. Like, because you don't have to be, all captains are not all the same. There's captains that like Messi's captain of Argentina. People say he's quiet as hell, but he leads by example. Odegaard doesn't do either because you don't see the guy. I don't see the guy screaming and shouting on the pitch. I see Gabriel and Rice doing that. I see they are the vocal captains of the team, and the ones that lead by example. Well, it's really only Saka. That's it. That's probably why he's had the armband, because they deem him the best player. Like, they deemed him the best player. He can lead by example. Odegaard, bro. We've seen the difference. I hope you guys can open your eyes with I hope you guys can open your eyes with it this season, bro. Odegaard with this guy, when it's not going, he is so similar to Mesut Ozil. It's so ridiculous, bro. When it ain't going well, don't look at Odegaard to get you out of there, bro. If the team shrinks, he shrinks. Yeah, if the team shrinking as a collective, bro, he is 100% part of that. He's not gonna be the guy that he's not gonna be the guy that just he's not gonna be the guy that sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, you know what? He's giving it a go. He's the captain, bro. The captain has to turn up. That's your main risk. That's the one thing in terms of like performances. As a captain, you cannot turn, especially captain of Arsenal, bro. You cannot play your game. You cannot play every week and not turning up, bro. I'm not saying you gotta have a 10 out of 10 performance every week, but you have to turn up every week. You can't have an off. You can't just be like, it can't be us today, man. You have to so when we talk about all that running, this is why I say Gabriel and Rice should be given the armband, because these guys show, when I see them on the pitch week in, week out, I see the vocal leadership. I see the leading from example at the back from Gabriel, because I think he's the leader of the back four. Because I think since the World Cup, I think he's been way better than Saliba. That's Gabriel. I love Gabriel, man. That's my center back, bro. But yeah, man. So I think we're gonna wrap it. I think we can wrap it up there for today, man. Yeah, I think we can definitely wrap it up for today. But big up to anyone who tuned in at all for today. We stay on the grind, bro. If we're gonna make it in this industry, you gotta keep working, man. So you gotta keep the work on. I'm gonna be obviously we are gonna do a watch along tomorrow. Come on, you, man. It's the first it's not gonna be. It's gonna be first watch along back since the international break. I'm not gonna lie. I've come off of a mad midweek bender, bro, and I'm still feeling it, bro. So hopefully I don't feel it tomorrow. But big up you, man. Everyone who's tuned in today. I really enjoyed doing this. The first time. That's the first of the Arsenal roundup. We're gonna keep this going. Obviously, this is just gonna be the the show. This is gonna be the show when there's new news dropped about the club in big ways. Still gonna do match reactions. We're gonna do so much more content. I'm gonna try going on other channels, having people come on the channel too. So big up everyone watching, man. You might know me. I'm out.